for this one. Sitting stoned alone in my backyard, asking myself I should have worked so hard. Sitting dreaming about the days to come, happy rested soaking up the sun.
In the past, we've done corporate events, team building events, which basically our employees feel they have to do, and it's more of a forced event, and there's really no fun, no passion involved in it. And for myself personally, I got into music a couple of years ago, and I think music is a way to reach everybody. And so I said to the leaders of the office, let's do something music-based. And they'll get it, and they'll have a blast, and they'll never forget this day. And when I got here this morning and saw the people in the room just waiting, there was already a buzz.
Sunny days, oh, sunny days. Ain't nothing better than the world you know. And lying in the sun with your radio, everybody.
Today we had to get 90 people to write a lighthouse song and do it without having any major implosions or conflict. And quite frankly, we wanted some, but we didn't get any. So it's a bit of a problem. Some of them have sailed right through the writing process.
What are you trying to achieve by getting people to rewrite a famous lighthouse song?
Well, the idea of putting a team together and creating a synchronistic environment to write a song, which is totally outside of their box, is a very challenging task sometimes. So we wanted to get everyone here outside of their envelope, do something different.
It feels like the first time. It feels like the very first time.
What's the name of your song?
Down and Out in Vegas.
So let's talk about the process. First of all, how did you come up with the idea?
Well, our theme was Vegas because we're going to Vegas in October as a sales incentive, so that's why we did that.
You know, I think we brainstormed a lot to come up with all the different ideas we wanted to cover, and then as we wrote and came across different storylines, we tried to incorporate all the ideas we came up with at the beginning.
I just want to say this is my favorite so far. I'm actually amazed because the ideas that are going back and forth are really witty and charming. I'm amazed at the way people are able to edit themselves when you and I make suggestions. We make suggestions about, why don't you try shortening it by a syllable or two, and they get it right away. I think the biggest challenge is to think outside the box, which is a well-worn phrase, but it's really true when you're working in a corporate environment. You do similar tasks all the time, and in this case, this is something they don't do all the time. To free their minds up to make a contribution that's new, I think it's a real brain teaser. I think it's really good for their brains.
Feels like the first time. Woo! Feels like the very first time.
How did you manage to create a song with all these different personalities who don't usually work together?
I think it really came together when we all realized that we were all pissed off. And it joined us together and everybody shared.
What kind of support did they give you in this?
The ideas were simple, but tying it together into the way that music works and fitting it into the structure of the song, we needed to bring in professional help for that. So it's clear that many of us need professional help.
It was a struggle at the beginning, but we all came together at the end and put a funny song together that I think that we were like. Hey, hey.
What were your impressions before you came here today?
Well, I've been fortunate to have something similar to this, but on a more primary level with young kids. And so working with adults, it's always more of a challenge, only because at first you think, okay, they're going to be all cooped up and reserved and afraid to express themselves. But this helps to unleash the kid in everybody, which is really great. And that's really what we're trying to focus on, the fun element of it all.
What do you think people are learning about group dynamics doing this kind of an exercise?
I think what it's doing is it's allowing them to come out of their shells that they would normally have in a work environment, and hopefully it'll open them up to listening to other people at their jobs, and everything will be a little more effective because they'll use, instead of using 3 ideas, they'll use 12 ideas and try to come up with something that works.
everybody had like lots and lots of ideas, so it's just deciding which good ideas to put into it. Everybody had an amazing contribution to make.
What's the decision-making process like?
It was like an agreement on the best idea. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah, let's use that one. Or no, that one's better. And even if there was an idea and it didn't work for that line, we might use it later on or whatever. So it was a group consensus.
The importance of having fun is so critical for us in a business world that we have to remember not to take it so seriously.
And are you guys going to win the songwriting competition?
Absolutely. For sure. There's no competition.
So it's really important to be comfortable, have a nice basic posture when you're playing. So if you can, you want to sort of keep your arms relaxed. The big thing that ties any team together, any band together, is listening. That's the one thing when I'm playing the kit, when I'm playing a djembe, when I'm doing anything, I'm trying to listen. So I want to make sure that throughout this exercise, you guys are doing your best to listen to each other, to stay in time. So even if you're watching the people that you're in between or you're watching everyone, ideally you're listening. And that's going to bring us together as a stronger team. So we want to hit it on the fours. This is a 4-beat pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we want to hit a bass tone on the 1. So ready? I'm gonna play it, and then you guys can do it. So hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Nice. Now nobody's hands should be hurting. Nobody should be, nice and loose. Very good. Number 2. Nice. So number group 3, 2 notes on beat 4.
One fine morning, girl, I wake up, wipe the sleep from my eyes, go outside and feel the sunshine. Then I know, I realize that as long as you love me, girl, we'll fly. And on that morning when I wake up, I see your face inside a cloud, see you smile inside a window, hear your voice inside a crowd, call it comfort me, baby, and we'll fly. Every morning when I get in my Alero 74, I can hear the engine pinging and a gasket gonna blow. So I hop in my K car and I drive. My head is in a good space as I speed my way to work. Don't give a thought to accidents. Company insurance is a perk. Getting bored in my Facebook, so I'll drive. Gary went before his pelvis. Gary went and broke his pelvis. He thought that he's so cool. Saw him shake his hips like Elvis. Oh, yeah.